Hi everybody, this is Richard from Spontaneous Combustion Productions. HotAerials.tv is the name of our drone filming division, and we're really excited to be here in the beautiful, beautiful Hong Kong. This is Tung Lung Island, a remote island just off of the main island of Hong Kong, and we're excited to try our new toy down here. This is the DJI Matrice 600, our newest piece of high-grade professional droning equipment. Let me tell you why I like it so much. First of all, we'll start with the airframe. A similar setup to the DJI S1000, the S900, the S800. We've had all of these before. They're all right now back in our office, and they probably won't come out again because now we've got this, and frankly, it tops them all. So the same basic design, it's a hexacopter, it's got the same arms that can fold up and down, which is much more useful for us when it comes to transporting this in Pelican cases all over the place for different jobs. Of course, the legs are fully retractable as well, so I have complete 360 panoramic vision on the camera unit. Everything is made of carbon fiber. This is an improvement because it's super lightweight and it's strong, and I've got these big ultra carbon 21-inch propellers, which should help me get much more stability and more lift. Let's take a look at the top plate. It's all carbon fiber with Allen key screws in, so much easier to assemble than anything we've set up before. Also, it's got this nice dome section on top, which makes everything so much neater and tidier than the type of cabling we've been used to with the modular systems that we've almost had to build from scratch to carry this kind of payload. So the A3 controller is up here on top, the latest controller system from DJI, more stable, more intelligent than anything that's gone before, and I can upgrade this as well if I want to get even more stability with a 3-point system for GPS positioning. Around the sides, a new set of battery systems from DJI. What's great, these are quite similar to the batteries used for the Inspires, which means they're less than 100 watt hours, which means I can take them on a plane, which means I can take this overseas, which means I can actually do a job outside of my home country without having to get a container ship involved and do all manner of logistics to try and find alternative solutions for doing professional high-grade jobs overseas. That's a big step forward. Also, there's 6 batteries. That gives me much more safety with redundancy. So from a filmmaking point of view, I can tell those regulators who are asking me whether I'm doing a safe job or not, yes, if one battery goes down, the other 5 can still keep the aircraft in the air. This has been tested. And also, it just gives me a bit more peace of mind. Okay, that's important. These go in here, and all, as usual, with a DJI integrated system, quite a quick thing to then recharge and set up because everything's based around the same idea. Okay, let's take a look at the guy on my left. This is the DJI Ronin MX. It's great because it's also made by DJI, which is the same thing as this, which means that this and this are made by the same company, which is great because we're no longer trying to take one thing and put it underneath another thing and try and get them to work together. This kind of integrated technology is really the way forward for us to do professional film jobs in a much more stable way. We're not trying to solve all the problems of the world of technology. This is going to help us a lot. The Ronin MX, also carbon, just like this guy, also folds down, just like this guy, much easier to travel with. Also got some extra functions that we really like. This cage system above and beneath the camera is much more stable. I'm not attaching the most expensive camera in the world to a plate with only one screw in it anymore. Much better for us, and it's got these measurement systems that DJI are good at making, which give us a lot more precision about how we're positioning anything. Especially useful if you're having to pop the camera off to change the battery or change the lens and then pop it back on again and your director's telling you to get a move on. You can be a lot more confident about getting it balanced again very quickly. Also neat is the fact that because all the batteries are also DJI, the whole battery system is integrated for recharging and maintenance, and I can connect the batteries from the gimbal to the batteries on the camera. So for an Epic, for example, no need to carry a heavy battery pack or find a solution to that. I can power the camera off the gimbal. I can also put a DJI Fizz unit onto the gimbal, and I can then do the lens adjustments and iris and zoom all through the same gimbal system, which is again a great step forward, and it can all be controlled by the other big step forward for this whole system, which is the DJI Lightbridge 2. This is the controller. It looks a lot like the Inspire controller. Why? Because it is a lot like the Inspire controller. That's great for any of us who are trying to move up through the ranks of professionalizing our operation because we're kind of familiar with this all now. We don't have to try and learn all about Futabas and 14SGs and all this stuff. This is actually relatively similar to the setup. The same kind of interface, the same kind of DJI Go app transmission system. Another neat thing about this, it's got SDI out, which for filmmakers, as you all know, means I can link it to my OB unit, my outside broadcast unit, which means I can then link that to up to 3 different screens. So I can see it, my gimbal operator can see it, the producer can see it, the director can see it, everybody can see what we're shooting without everybody crowding around one screen. So another neat development for us as professional filmmakers. So all in all, it's a pretty neat piece of kit. It's lightweight, it's relatively fast to put together, and for a high-grade professional system, it's going to make it easier than ever for us to get the type of shots that we love getting, and you'll see a few of them right now because the reason we're here is to film some adventure rescue exercises that are being done by our sister company, Asia Pacific Adventure. You can see some of them in the distance just there, setting up some rope work, and we're going to go and have fun watching them abseil, mountain climb, and do some pretty extreme mountain rescue survival. So check it out and enjoy celebrating with us our newest piece of fun.